Hello everyone, welcome back to Savvy Looks, where I like to take outdated or damaged secondhand furniture and give it a whole new life. This week I'm working on this jewelry box cabinet piece that belongs to my client. It used to belong to her mom, and although it's beautiful and in pretty good shape, she is looking for a more neutral and textured look so that she can continue to love this piece from her mom for years to come. I started by removing all of the hardware and cleaning it really well with a degreasing cleaner. This prepares everything for sanding. The surface had these raised textural flowers on them that I knew would not really work with the new look, so I decided to sand them smooth using an orbital sander. This piece is made up of a wood alternative. No wood was damaged in the process of this furniture project, so that's why you'll see that when I sanded it smooth, it revealed this sort of foam material underneath that the piece is constructed by. It's okay because when I prime it later on, it should smooth out all of the textures. Next, I used my 3x4 electric ray surf prep sander to scuff sand the rest of the surface, which better prepares it for primer and paint. After wiping away the sanding dust, I was ready to prime using my favorite Zinzer shellac based primer. Primer is used for a couple reasons. First, to help paint better adhere to the surface. Second, to block any stains or odors. And third, to smooth out all of the textures on a piece of furniture. So because this piece had both a slick material and the material of the foam peeking through underneath the surface where I'd sanded it smooth, priming was necessary. It was also helpful because I was painting this a light color, and primer acted like a first coat of paint. I sanded smooth between coats and gave everything a second coat of primer. My plan for this piece was to do a faux textured linen look using paint. I've done this technique a couple of times on the channel before, so feel free to watch those videos if you're interested. I always start by giving everything a solid coat of my base color, which in this case was Linen White by Restolium chalked paint, so that there would be a bright white visible underneath my texture, which I was planning on doing in a gray beige color. For my gray beige, I chose the color Gallery Gray by Melange. In the past, I have mixed colors to get the right color, but it was so much easier just to have the perfect color already picked. And I mixed it with a glaze medium, which basically helps the paint stay wet for longer, which lets it be a lot more workable, which is really important for this technique. I also chose to use Melange's all-in-one line for this project, which I found worked really well with the linen texture. I started by taping off all the areas and rolled on a coat of the paint. Typically I would use a brush, but I have found that it is more important to get the paint on really quickly using a roller than using a brush. This was a huge problem I had in the past that using the roller totally fixes. Then I drag a hard plastic bristle brush through the paint in a crosshatch motion, which ends up mimicking a fabric-like look. Next, I top coated everything with Dixie Belle Matte Top Coat to protect the newly painted surface. I applied using a Zibra Fan Brush along with my Dixie Belle Blue Applicator sponge. Then I did touch-ups on the metal using Dixie Belle's Gold Gilding Wax. Lastly, I applied some new hardware from Amazon and did final touch-ups to the whole piece. Let's take one more look at where this jewelry cabinet started. And here it is now, ready to be loved for many more years in its new modern neutral look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And go ahead and watch some of my past videos, especially other faux linen painting videos. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.